So, I'm going to try not to make today a sermon, but it's going to be difficult. Have you ever heard the saying, perception is reality? This is Tad Fulford with Rise Up in Real Estate, and today I want to talk to you just briefly about perception and reality and how they relate, in my opinion. So my wife and I work through this quite frequently, and this is the part that I'm going to try to make not like a marriage session or a counseling session, but we work through this quite frequently when we say to each other, and say even subconsciously now quietly in our minds, if this is how you are feeling about whatever has just happened, then that perception is your reality. And now for me to effectively communicate with you or help you or be helped by you, I have to understand that this is where you are coming from. Now, this is big boy stuff. Like, this is stuff that I didn't know years ago, that I needed to step back for a minute and say to my spouse or my children or my coworkers or my team leader or my broker or my pastor or my civic leader or my basketball coach. The way that you are acting, the things that you are saying and doing are based on how you are feeling about a situation and the way that you framed it based on your past experiences, learning, etc. So the way that you are responding to me is not necessarily all me. It's partly your perception of the environment, this circumstance. When I was able to start doing that, and I don't do it perfectly, I don't do it every time, and sometimes I'm terrible at it. But when I take the time to care enough to say, this is where you're coming from, and it is real to you, so because I care about you, it is now real to me. So those things, reframing a conflict, reframing a discussion, decision-making process, conversation, any of those things, reframing it from that perspective, taking a beat and doing it will allow you to have better communication. Now, perception, their perception is reality. And I think if you can learn to say to yourself, they're coming at me or coming to this for a reason, a valid reason. Now, I should say there's a caveat. There are people that are irrational. There are people that are ignorant. There are people that are hard to deal with. If you're dealing with one of those, this does not apply to you. If you're dealing with one that just narcissistic, for example, or can't control their emotions for one reason or the other, although there are reasons that they have gotten to that place, you don't owe it to yourself to sit in that environment and deal with it. There are some things that are so high level that you need to just recuse yourself from the circumstance and move along. But in most cases, being able to say to yourself, with whoever you're communicating with, they are where they are because of their experiences, the things that they've learned and heard and been through, and they are feeling this way for a good reason. And now I need to help try to understand that reason and come at it from that perspective. Be able to say to them, like I do, Mandy, the way that you feel matters, and I know it's reality. And you can't say it patronizingly. You have to say it with an open heart. The other part of perception is reality that I want to touch on just for a second hit me yesterday when I was talking with some agents in one of our offices, real estate agents. They were very positive, actually, surprisingly positive about the current market. Right now is August of 2025, and in the United States, people would say probably that we've been in an 18 to 24 month hiccup, like not like the previous 3 years, more like pre-COVID years. And it's been weird with the rates and with consumer confidence, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, I could pile on, and this is my whole point. I could pile on the reasons. But these people that I talked to yesterday in a small town in one of our offices were surprised that people were talking about how poor the market is. And I was thinking to myself, why do they feel this way? Are they in the same small group? Are they drinking the same Kool-Aid? Are they not real? But after I did some exploring, what I recognized is their perception is leading their reality. The way that they view the way things are going, I think, actually affect the way that they act every day, the positivity that they walk into appointments with, the excitement that they go to work every day because they know this is going to be a great day, actually affects their reality. And I think a lot of us are sitting in this world that we're in real estate right now, and we're letting our reality dictate our perception, is my opinion. We are looking at too many things. We are overanalyzing too many things, looking deeply into why is it this way? When will the rates change? When will the president do this or that? When will things way out of my control happen? When the reality of it is, what you need to do is say they are out of my control. I'm going to control the things that I can. And one of them is your perception. You can train your mind to be positive. And I'm not talking about The Secret. I'm not talking about some woo-woo stuff. I'm just saying, fill your mind with positivity and watch it affect your reality. Because I think a lot of us are out there now, and me included yesterday, allowing our reality affect our perception, which then really affects our reality. You get what I'm putting down here? What you need to do is be putting positive things in, hanging out with people like I met yesterday who don't know any different. They're just doing their daily activities and positive things are happening. 2 of them told me, of the 5 that I talked to, they're having their best year. You know what? Is their perception allowing them to have their best year? I mean, what is the real answer? The real answer is put on your positivity, do your daily activities, go to work, and watch things change in your reality. So a little bit of marriage counseling today, a little bit of business counseling today. I hope you enjoyed this edition. Hope this video today, as you digest it and start thinking about it in quietness, helps you rise up. This is Tad Fulton, Rise Up in Real Estate, and I hope today's video helps you rise up.